Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with an amazing hangout and highlight session today. We have some great people that's doing some really neat things, and I'm so excited to have them on and highlight them and their journey. So, first, well, I don't want to gather, but they have some amazing things coming up, but I'll just let them explain that. So what we'll do is we'll just go around the horn and just let each of them introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about their background so you have an idea of who they are and what they do. And so, Latoya, if you don't mind, we'll start with you, and then Jaylene will go with you, and then Greg will go with you. That's the order we'll take.
Awesome. Sounds good. So I'm Latoya Lemon. I guess my new title is Professor Latoya Lemon.
Let's go.
I'm the owner of Lemon Limelight Media. We're a full service PR, branding, consulting, and event activation company. And so this is actually year 18 for me doing PR, and this is year 16 of me having Lemon Limelight Media. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, went to Clark Atlanta University where I studied public relations with a minor in history. And I initially went to Clark Atlanta to study radio, TV, film, and then I kind of transitioned into public relations, but I still kept a lot of my film classes. So my love for film just continuously grew, and my knowledge as well. And so excited to be part of the conversation and amongst my amazing colleagues here.
Awesome. Let's go over to Miss Jaylene Mack. Tell us a little bit about you and your background, please.
Absolutely. I am just flabbergasted in the company that I keep. Latoya is just amazing. Greg is amazing. I'm Jaylene Mack. I am an entertainment attorney. I've been practicing more than 32 years. I have managed to build a fantastic practice from Houston, Texas as my base. My clients are everywhere. They're across the country. They're national, international. I focus, I'm an entertainment attorney, but my main special focus is I function as a production attorney. And so I assist clients that are filmmakers, whether they're writers, directors, producers, actors. It runs the gamut. I do have clients that are music professionals, and so I'm all excited to advocate for them, to coach them, to consult them as they build their team and they gather all the tools they need to be successful. So I help them reach that success, and I help them with matters related to business and legal in the entertainment business. And I, too, am excited to be an adjunct professor at the University of Houston with their inaugural film certificate program. And I'm excited to teach the kids about, and I say kids because they're students, but these are adults in postgraduate careers. And I'm going to talk to them and teach them about film finance and law. So excited to be here.
So good. So good. All right, let's go over to you, Greg. Tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Greg Carter. I'm an independent filmmaker. I've been in the industry close to 30 years. Just gave away my age. Oh my gosh. I started out with my first movie, Fifth Ward, a few years back. Since then, I've produced, written, and directed close to 40 feature films and television shows and series. Most recently, I was in a partnership with Paramount and Jamie Foxx for two feature films. One was Hip Hop Family Christmas, and the other one was Hip Hop Family Christmas Wedding. I also was showrunner for my own television series, Fifth Ward, which was based on my first feature film. And that ran for 2 seasons, and we're in the process of working on a season 3. When I don't write, direct, and produce, I line produce, which means I'm the guy who kind of has the auspicious responsibility to tell people no. And I'm also the associate director of the graduate certificate in film and leadership, film and television production leadership at the University of Houston. I came up with the idea about 4 years ago. It was right around the time of COVID. I was working as a professor at the University of Houston, and I wanted to figure out a way to make the program more integrated into what's happening in the film industry, and not be so academic, but have real life experiences put in. And that was the Acorn Seed. It took about 2 or 3 years to get the program approved, and now we have our first cohort starting this summer. So I'm very excited to be that. And what's even more exciting, I get to do it with my good friend Jaylene Mack and Coach Latoria. So
That's awesome. Well, again, and I said this when we got on, but I want to make sure I say this while we're recording. Congratulations to you guys on the amazing program and starting the program. I think it's so neat. But more so, congratulations on the amazing things that you've been blessed and fortunate to achieve in your life. And I think it's so inspiring, first off, but so cool that the students, the kids, hey Jaylene, will get an opportunity to be around people that's, oh no, it's not fluff, right? Like y'all have a deep, rich background in what you're teaching, and they're gonna be blown away with all the amazing things that they're gonna learn from you guys. And so let's just, if y'all don't mind, just talk. I know you mentioned some about the program, but let's just talk a little bit more about like the whole encompassing of the program and what you guys are hoping for that to be. And we'll just go in the same order if that's okay.
I think it's probably best for Greg to answer that first, because Greg is one of the brainchilds behind the program and the inspiration. And so he's done an amazing job of kind of bringing us all together. So, Greg, I
Oh
think
yeah,
this
let's
is
do that.
more appropriate for you.
Let's do that.
thank you, Latoya. So what happened over the last 10 years is that there's been a concerted effort by certain groups in Texas to try to really develop the film industry here in the state. And so what that meant was that two things. One, you want to provide great locations. No doubt Houston and Dallas and Austin give you great metropolitan areas, but you can go a little further outside of those areas and you can find country. So Texas has the ability to be many different places. That's the first thing. But what comes next is that, yeah, if you're going to shoot somewhere, you got to have people who work behind the camera, artisans. And so that was the idea. We're not just necessarily trying to find people and give them the skill set to work on a movie set. Yeah, there's that. But we're also trying to teach people how to be producers. In other words, when you have people who are trained to be producers, they create their own ecosystem. In other words, it stays. Hollywood comes in and they shoot something and then they leave. They're here basically for the tax credit, for the tax breaks that we can provide, and the locations and everything else. But when we train people to be producers, what ends up happening is that they write and create stories that are based in Texas. They're not just shooting Texas as Nevada. They're not just shooting Texas as Nebraska.
Yeah.
Shooting Texas as Texas. And that means you're going to be able to grow the film community. If I was to ask anybody that I walk down the street, I say, hey, are you making $500 a day? A lot of people probably say no. Have you ever paid someone $500 a day? The answer to that question is yes, you're doing it all the time. You know why? Because your taxpayer dollars are actually going to these programs to fund them. So at the very least, I want to make sure that our babies, our kids are getting the opportunity to earn that money but to do that, they have to have the skill set. So we submitted the program. It became, we had to go through a lot of wrangling, because when you're creating something like this, there's a lot of tribalism in different industries, but the same thing goes for the academic situation. So sometimes people fear, but the fact that we're building this is taking away from something else over here, or you're taking our students or whatever. I think of it as a zero net sum. The pie doesn't have to get a slice. You can just make the pie bigger.
Come
And
on.
so giving people an opportunity to have a program that fits their work schedule. We don't have classes during the day. Our classes happen after 5 p.m. Our classes are online. So if you can't get in your car and drive to the University of Houston campus, we bring the campus to you. You just open up your laptop and you have courses. And so these are the things that happen when you can have creative thought and creative thinking and developing a program. And so after we went and fought the good fight with a lot of different departments, and we found the wiggle room to create the program, and it was phenomenal. We had 65 people who turned in applications.
Wow.
And we had to pick and pare it down to a lucky 17 students because that's what we needed. But our hope and our desire is to grow the program and get it to a point to where it stands apart, just like USC, UCLA, Tisch School in New York, University of Houston would be something that does just that.
So good. Well, what will each of you guys be teaching, and what are you hoping to pour into the students?
I'll go first. So I'm teaching a class that the class is film production law and finance, and so this is an opportunity for young filmmakers and some of our students. This is a graduate program, so we may have some students that in undergrad they were film specific or media specific, maybe communications specific, but because it's graduate, we also have people that are picking up a new career, right? Going in a new direction.
Yes.
Maybe in their more senior years, and so but they have some business experience, right? So we're definitely going to meet them where they are. But in my class, they'll learn about the law and business side of filmmaking. So contracts, right? And important business decisions to make and the different factors that they have to weigh when it comes to business. But then the counterpart to that is, even if you made the right business decisions, you have the right creative component, can you finance all this, right? So we'll talk about financial support models, the importance of a good budget, what your pitch deck looks like, bringing on a line producer, sometimes acting prematurely, right? Because you only have one good first impression, right, when it comes to sitting and talking with a financier. So we want to make sure that they understand finance models, things like bridge loans, debt equity, cash equity, waterfalls, all the things that you have to be prepared to answer to make sure your project is financially sound, right? And so you won't be like a deer in headlights, right? When someone who can possibly give you $200,000 or $2 million ask you some important questions like, how do I lower my risk? How do I get my money back, right? What are the comps? Who's done this before? Can you point out something similar, right? We don't want you caught deer in the headlights. We want you to know the answers. We want you to be prepared. And this is about practical experience, right? Real life experience. This is not just textbook. This is what happens in the real world. This is what happens in Texas. And movies made in Texas are made the same in New York, are made the same in California. The practice and concept of making the movies is a very international trade. And so their training here will prepare them whether they're filming here or they're filming abroad, right? If they're filming here or they're shooting a film in Florida. Sometimes you're filming your own project. Sometimes you're brought on a different team. So we're going to make sure that they're prepared all the way through, and it's on the job training. It's learn as you go. If you didn't know already, we're going to throw you in the pool and say start swimming, right? We're going to throw a few flotation devices. We won't let you drown, right? We'll give you some guidance and some coaching, and so and we're going to make it fun. I mean, online courses can be kind of tedious sometimes and boring. Not our courses. We're lively people in person, so we'll be lively online as well. So I'm looking forward to my students.
So good. That's awesome. All right. What about you, Latoria?
Yes, so my class is film, media, and marketing. And let me just say this. I think the dynamic thing about this group of professors is you're really getting some hands-on experience, some knowledge.
Yes.
Like if there was a program like this when I, first got out of college, I probably would be even more advanced in my field. I think, I mean, the fact that we've been hands-on and well-respected, super talented, and this is a group that has a lot of resources, our students are really in for a treat. And so I think one of the things that we've all collectively said is that, of course, we're going to abide by textbook, but those hands-on experiences is what's going to give our students the upper hand of knowledge, understanding, and then execution. We want to implement and instill in them to implement that execution portion, because again, they're getting something here that's so dynamic. Within my course, I want to show my students the importance of building relationships, because before you can even market your film, you need to have those relationships, so that you know, okay, here's the avenue we need to take for this. Or if I'm not the person doing it, at least I know all the roles on my team, so that I can make sure that they're executing with or without me in place, right? And so that marketing element is so essential. What does it look like to market your film? A lot of times people think, I was actually talking to a person not too long ago about the program, and they were just like, well, I mean, what's the steps? Like, you do a film and then you go to AMC. I'm like, baby, that is not that would be a perfect world for all of us, that we just get a film and we're in AMC 3 weeks from now. Like, wow, that's great. But I think the understanding of making sure that your project is even marketable, right? And so that goes back to the start of your techniques, the start of who's on your team, the start of what is your overall vision before you even start implementing. Because if your vision is a little tangled up, then by the time you get to marketing, you might be marketing a little bit of stuff that people don't want to see. And so we want to make sure that the students understand that element. We also want to make sure the students understand the value of media, and that, you know, in order for you to do a successful or have a successful project, you need to make sure there's visibility, exposure, and publicity surrounding your project. And so that needs an actual plan. And so we're going to help the students put together those plans. Everybody doesn't need a red carpet premiere, right? Sometimes you may need something more virtual, so that you can, you know, kind of reach people in different places and spaces. And so identifying that. And so I'm really excited. I mean, I think that it's so layered, right? And the good thing about all of us on this team is that we're going to be teaching for sure, but we're bringing in some powerhouses to kind of help, facilitate some of our courses as well. And so that's going to be even more exciting to the students, because by the time they get done taking all of our courses, if they don't go out in the real world and make us proud, I'm going to have to ask for the certificate back. Okay.
Right. Or tear it up.
Yeah,
Tear it up.
is the
Give it back. Come on.
Well, I just think that they're not gonna have a choice with the expertise coming from you guys and the experience that you have. I mean, there is no choice. The only option is be great, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the only option. Like, what's the option? Oh, the option is be great. That's the only option.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
always say, you know, I like to have a situation in the Houston area where, you know, if I call someone that I normally would put in one of my films, that they're booked. Like, they're booked because there's so many different film projects shooting that they had other things that they were shooting, and I got to wait for them. That's the sign of success. But I'm actually teaching. So I'm the associate director of the program, but I'm also teaching screenplay writing. The name of the course is Writing for Film and Television. And so people need to understand, like, it all starts with the screenplay. And either you're going to write the great screenplay as a producer, or either you're going to have to find the great screenplay. And either way that goes, whether you find it or whether you write it yourself, you have to be able to kind of understand story structure. And so, you know, a lot of this comes with character development. Like, how do you watch something and become endeared to it? You know, it happens all the time. You're walking through the house and you cut on the TV and you look over your shoulder and it's a great movie that you love, and you've seen this movie like 100 times, and you say, you know what though, I kind of want to sit back and watch this movie one more time, because it's not so much about the fact that there's a part of the movie that you miss. It makes you feel a certain, and that's how you have characters that connect. How does a character make you feel? Some of this is tied into dialogue, but what I'm hoping to do is give the students, they're going to get hands-on experience in writing. I've been a showrunner, so I had to write scripts for like two whole seasons of a TV show, but I've also wrote scripts that were produced by major media companies. So that means that I want to try to bring that to the table and give that experience to the artists, the students. But then we also talk about what we're going to be doing in that course, which includes budgeting and scheduling. Because if you're going to, our program specifically teaches somebody how to be a producer. So once you have the great script, you got to know what you're going to do with it. Okay, so you need to make up a production schedule. You need to have a budget. You need to be able to take everything that you need. So when I hand them off to Jaylene, they've got everything ready except for the money. So then that's how our program is actually kind of set up, so that they could actually come out of my class with a finished project ready to go. They're going to have the pitch decks. They're going to have a treatment. They'll have a budget. They'll have call sheets. They'll be able to write their own script coverage. So when they come out of my class, they'll have all that ready to go. And when they go to Jaylene's class, they'll be ready to find money for it. And when they go to Latoria's class, they'll be ready to market and distribute that movie. So the program is set up to give the student an immersive experience. And I'm glad to be there at the beginning, teaching them screenwriting.
It's so good. I love the systematic approach to it. Right, how you like to break down is, when you come in, we'll set you up for this. Once you learn this, the next step is this. Once you learn this, the next step is this. And then when you're done, like, you're ready to fly, young grasshopper. Right. And so I love that systematic approach. But then going back deeper, like, I'm just blown away with the magnitude of it, right? Just knowing, I've done work with a couple of you, and just knowing your backgrounds and your hearts for giving back and being of service, just that in itself is going to be great for them. And then, like we've already hit on, just the real world experience. You all have worked with clients, worked on projects where you've seen all of this before, and for students to have an opportunity to experience this and learn all of this, oh man, it's going to be amazing. So I just wish you all the best of luck. And as we close, I'd love for you to go around and give each of your social medias where they can go find out more about the program and find out more about you and what you have going on. And so if you don't mind, we'll just start with you, Latoria, and then we'll just do like we did earlier.
Absolutely. So my social media is Latoria_L. Also on Facebook, I'm Latoria Lemon. You can find me on those platforms. You can also email me at Latoria Lemon Limelight Media. I think our deadline is until the 8th of this month, right, to submit applications. So we're still accepting applications. It's still your time to shine, and so get those applications in.
Awesome. Miss Jaylene Mack.
Yep. I'm not sure we said this earlier, but it's 5 complete courses that they'll take over the course of a year, 2 this summer, 2 in the fall, 1 in the spring. And with that being said, you have people who make movies and you have people who produce movies. And those that produce movies can make and produce, but those that just make movies can't necessarily produce. Now, what do I mean by that? There has been a wave of filmmakers, new filmmakers, got $5,000 in their pocket. I'm going to make a quick movie so I can put it on Tubi and it's going to make some movie. They don't care about the script. They don't care about the art of it. They don't care about continuity. They don't care if they got bad actors, any of those things. They had $5 and they want to turn around for a quick hit. So they didn't make major business decisions. They didn't study the market, none of that stuff. They just made a movie. We are making filmmakers who can produce and make a good movie. because they're making good decisions, because they're putting a good team together, because they understand market viability, they understand pre-sales and and decisions that they make in the States and how it affects them in foreign markets, things of that nature. So I just want to make sure that people understand how valuable this course is. Now, what am I doing? First of all, you can find me on social media at Jaylene Mack across the board. And my name, JALENEMACK. I'm very active on LinkedIn, social media, and all social media platforms. They can go visit my website, JayleneMack.com. And I'm always dropping little nuggets and wisdom as it relates to the industry. So they get a lot of free advice from me anyway. And a lot of it is focused on finance and the business and law and things like that. So I'm just, again, excited to be a part of the staff. This is a premier staff. We're the first 5 instructors for this program, and I hope we make a good impression on our students.
Oh, it'll be great. Well, some of what you dropped, Jaylene, some would call that game. Right. But all right, let's go to you, Greg.
All right, so my name is Greg Carter. Of course, I mentioned that at the beginning. You can find me on my Instagram at Greg Carter Nexus, Nexus. My company website is Nexus Entertainment Inc. Inc.com. That's Nexus Entertainment Inc. Inc.com. You can also email me at Greg at NexusEntertainmentInc.com. And you can find me on Facebook at filmmaker Greg Carter. So I hope that everyone gets everything they need to find us if you're interested in doing the program. We are dedicated to making sure this is not about an elitism thing. We want everybody to get it. Some of the people that are going to be talking to the students in my class, I have executives from Netflix, from Paramount, Universal, Tyler Perry Studios, Sony, a bunch. So it's not just you coming to class with us. You're going to meet online. We're going to into your house, into your bedroom, or wherever you're going to watch a class, or where you're going to take the class. We're going to bring those people into your home. You're going to be able to meet them in a one-on-one situation. So it's going to be a monumentous experience. And I'm looking forward to having this immersive experience with our first cohort of students, first of many.
So good. I love how you said that too about the connections. And I'll share. I love this quote. I always share it from one of my former pastors. When I heard it, it gave me chills. So I'm gonna share it here. It said, "Life moves at the speed of our relationships."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so just hearing you speak on those things, like yes, like each one of you guys, ladies, are amazing and have some great relationships, and will develop them. But it's really cool how you talked about, Greg, like it's not just me though. Like I'm gonna connect you with some of my people that's gonna help you as well. And so just now you're just expanding, right? From that. And so I just believe that this program is like, get ready, because it's about to grow in an amazing way. It's gonna be so neat. So just thank you
We're
guys
giving
so
them
much.
access to Hollywood, and Hollywood is not just in LA anymore; it's spread across the country. So
that's good.
I'm gonna have to not drop some names.
Come on, give it to them.
Names. Next week, our students will be meeting Stacy Spikes. He created MoviePass. They'll also be meeting the executive directors of Swamp and also Southwest Audio. This is just my class. This is just screenwriting. They're also going to meet Shannon Johnson. She has a writing program with Professional Pen. They will also be meeting Tom Vaughn. He's a professor at University of Houston. They will also be meeting Elizabeth Avalon. Her and Robert Rodriguez created Troublemaker Studios. They did so many movies over there. I can't even name them, so many. They're going to be meeting Tony Doucette. He's the director of development for NBC Universal. We also have Courtney Glade of Tyler Perry Studios. We have Donnie Horan. He's the senior VP of production for Paramount and Showtime Networks. We have Jamal Everett. He's development exec for Sony Pictures. We also have Dominique Telson of Black Mall Studios and Jay Baker Flowers. She's development for Netflix. So these are the people you're going to be able to meet just in my class. That's just screenwriting. If Jaylene start naming names, it would.
Right.
But these are the people that you'll be able to meet just next week. Starting.
Yeah, in mine alone, we have Datori Turner, who's partners with Jamie Foxx, Foxhole Productions. So yeah, we got them lined up. We got them lined up.
So good. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you all continued success.
Thanks, Chip.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. Yes, sir. And thank
Thanks,
you guys.
Chip.
Of course. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.